I told the world it would happen. Now, the change is complete. There's a new champion, and his name is the Bobby Roode. I went out there tonight, and I did exactly what I said I was going to do. Less than 1 year ago, I walked into this place, and I said I was going to make a change. That things in NXT was going to change, that this was going to be Bobby Roode's NXT, and tonight is the start of my era. Bobby Roode's NXT era starts tonight as the new NXT champion, and my NXT will be simply glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious, and I will defend,
Oh my gosh, so close! He kicked out! He kicked out! He kicked out!
Smash it. Smash it. Smash it.
Welcome to the Full Nelson Press Podcast, episode 53, the NXT TakeOver San Antonio 2017 event. I am the creator of the FullNelsonPress.com. My name is Brandon Kirkpatrick. You can find me on Twitter at JohnnyJONNY_Tango. I'm here with one of Beyonce's twins, Mr. Peter O'Brien. You can find him on Twitter at MVP360. And of course, you can follow the Full Nelson Press on Twitter at TFNP. Pete, are you ready to review NXT TakeOver San Antonio?
You have no idea how ready I am.
On a scale from 1 to Ty Dillinger, what would you put yourself at?
Okay, I'll 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. I'm going to I wasn't excited.
Yeah, they didn't
sorry.
really build this one. The one that they did with Survivor Series, that one they built a lot better, and there was a different atmosphere.
It just kind of happened.
The best takeover of 2017.
Yeah, hey, there you go.
All right, let's start off with the kickoff show, which was with Charlie Caruso, Corey Graves, and Nigel McGuinness. Corey Graves starts with doing this big heartfelt thing about it's going to be his last time calling NXT, which sucks because he has kind of been there since the beginning. I mean, when you think of NXT, you kind of think of him as one of the voices of it.
Yeah, he was really good. He was always good, and you knew right when he had his concussions, I was like, well, what are they going to do with him? Because this guy's way too good to not be involved in the NXT event.
Right.
And then it turns out he was like making people's music, like he had a say on whose songs should go to what. So they, I think, have big things for Corey Graves.
I didn't know that. He seems to have really, really good footing backstage.
Yeah, just leave, Michael Cole. Seriously, just go away.
Poor Kyla Braxton. They keep making her do interviews with the crowd throughout the entire kickoff show, and every time they just put her with like some, and I'm sorry to say this, but some typical Texas crowd. They're just loud, they're yelling, they don't care what she's saying, and she's just this 5-foot woman who just has no idea what she's doing.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm happy to be here. Stop yelling at me. I didn't do it.
They also give out some NXT year-end awards. I don't know why they call them like the year-end awards. They should have called them like the Nexties or something.
Yeah, something different, because I'm like, it's January. Wouldn't you do it in December?
Right? I don't know if they were like, we don't want to conflict with the Slammies.
Why not?
Right.
You're the same group.
Speaking of these awards, every time they give out an award, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay have to show up. I cannot stand these two women in the same building. We'll get to it later with their match, but holy shit, I hate these two.
Yeah, they're awkward, but they're doing their job right. You want to hate them.
I do want to hate them.
That.
They win.
So anyways, yeah, these two suck.
Yeah.
But they suck in a manner that it makes me like them as heels. They just need better work in the ring. And they need to talk a little better.
Yeah, the talking thing was a big thing. It really felt like they were part of a MTV Real World argument. Like, it didn't look like a promo at all, just them screaming stupidly.
It was beyond ridiculous.
Ember Moon comes out, and she gets grilled by Corey Graves and Caruso by, like, every answer she had, they just had some way to poison it. But good job for her for holding her own. I really like Ember Moon. I hope she goes really far in the WWE. I think she has a lot of potential, more so than I've seen with a lot of the women that we've been seeing coming through NXT lately.
Really?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Lately, there isn't anybody in there because everyone got called up.
Oh, I know, it's the purge.
They're getting through it. They're getting through it a little bit.
Okay.
You know, that girl from Sanity is not bad, Nikki Cross.
Yeah, she's not bad.
She isn't bad.
No, I like her, actually. She's like Paige 2.0.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny how Paige is like, I'll leave, and they're like, we're already making another one of you.
And she's got bigger boobs. You know, one guy's like sitting there, it's like, Paige, but with like bigger boobs. What's with you with boobs, man? What about the wrestling? I don't know. I'm looking at her boobs.
I miss the divas.
Yeah. Where's Emelina?
All right, let's get on to the actual pay-per-view. The first match of the night is a triple threat match between the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, the leader of Sanity with a lowercase I, Eric Young, and a jacket for some reason. I didn't understand the storyline here, Pete.
Well, I didn't either. Are they trying to do like a Bray Wyatt type thing with this? I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. Also, I don't know what to do with Sanity. Their music sucks. It's just noise. And I get it because they're Sanity, but come on. And they also just walk out like every other menacing stable has for the last 30 years. So there's nothing really different about them. If anything, if they're like anarchists or something like that, have them running out to the ring, you know? Get a crowd hyped or something.
Absolutely.
So the match was fast-paced, but Dillinger, he keeps rolling out of the ring. So, like, they don't build up any momentum at all. They just keep running in and outside of the ring.
But it was the perfect roll.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
That amazing belly-to-belly suplex from the top rope, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then Sanity just interferes, and the ref just watches this whole thing go down. I mean, I get the rules are because none of them hit Dillinger, it's not a DQ, but still, they're getting into the ring. What's he gonna do? Just stand there and take the DQ? I didn't get this whole thing.
I didn't get it, and like I said, like I don't get Sanity yet, and I don't know if it's just that I'm not keeping up with NXT enough, but there's times I'm watching NXT, I don't see Sanity, so I'm like, I don't know too much about them.
Yeah, they're hit and miss with appearances. This is one of the few times that I would say that I think the Sanity gimmick would work a shit ton better on Raw and SmackDown right now than it would on NXT. It would have worked on NXT maybe a couple months ago when you have a more stacked roster, but it's not working right now.
Yeah.
So Eric Young gets the win. Moving on, I guess?
I guess. Like, I was like, okay, now what?
Hey, Samoa Joe, he's in the crowd. So that's the thing.
Hey, cool. Nice suit.
Andrade Cien Almas versus Roderick Strong. I like this match. I think this was probably one of the most entertaining matches of the night. This was a great match.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. And Andrade is good as a heel. I like him heel.
Yeah, I like him a lot more.
He was stupid as a face. His song sucks, too. If Corey Graves is picking these new songs, he's failing.
No way. Jose, no way.
Ugh.
But, I haven't seen a match like this since, like, the CWC. There were so many different kind of moves. They were jumping all over the place. It was a lot of fun. Cien gets that clothesline from hell on Roddick. That was really cool.
I've been saying it. Cien is not bad in the ring, but he just is bland.
Yeah.
He has nothing.
There's some kind of hook with his gimmick that he needs, and I don't know what it is yet, but he needs it. But him in the ring, he impresses me more and more every takeover.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's bad at all.
Next match, we have the NXT Tag Team Championship. Team DIY defends their titles against the Double D-Lo Browns, the authors of pain.
This match was cool.
It was fun.
But also it wasn't.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. DIY just got it. I think DIY is good. They lost the belts too quick, but I mean,
yeah.
The authors of pain are huge. No way DIY is beating them. No way anyone is.
No one is. I don't see them dropping these titles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else do you do with that. They're writing themselves into corners right now, you know?
Right. They don't know where they're going yet. And you know what? Maybe this is great training for those NXT writers to figure out what they have to do with a constant changing and evolving roster. But they got to pick it up, man. Because what's the future? I don't see where they're going to go next with the Double D-Los. Do Team DIY get a rematch? And if they do, it's most likely they're not going to hold that off all the way until April.
It's cool they got Paul Ellering there, and it gives them a little more, but I'm sorry, these new NXT stars, they're hard to get behind right now.
Right. Especially when it's like you see Team DIY, which the crowd is behind, and they're doing all these like technical moves and they're high flying, only for them to just be caught and reversed into power bombs over and over again.
Yeah, but they're powerhouse.
I get that, but I want to see more.
Yeah.
What happened to the tag division?
Yeah, remember when it was awesome?
Yeah, that TF6-1, one of them's injured, so they're going to be out for whatever.
I really don't like them.
So, yeah, new NXT Tag Team Champions, the Double D-Los, the Authors of Pain. But before we move on, do you want to talk about JBL? So JBL tweets out his support for Paul Elric during the Authors of Pain entrance, and he tweets out this screen cap saying one of the greatest of all time. But in the browser, you can see that he not only has the WWE Network open, but he also has another tab open for this Kata Kitova nude, this bodybuilder, and he's looking up nudes of her, and totally screen caps this and puts it on Twitter. Totally Rollins this up.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. I'm pretty stoked about that. I was laughing when I saw that. I'm like, good for you, buddy.
He later removed the screen cap and then just like cropped just the image, but the damage was already done.
Yeah.
Hey, the WWE UK champion Tyler Bates, he was in the crowd.
Don't care.
That was a thing. He had a mustache and
God,
a
I didn't
title,
care.
and that was it. And then Rollins shows up and calls out Triple H.
Yeah, and that was cool.
Triple H coming out and getting booed for the first time in an NXT show. That was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
But security shows up to take out Rollins, and they actually successfully take Rollins out. I think this would have been a lot better if they would have had, like, I don't know, the Revival or some of the NXT talent come out there instead and take him down, kind of showed it as, like, Triple H's army.
That was weird. I didn't really like that. I just like that Rollins, like, came out, hijacked Triple H's show.
Right.
But I just feel like it left me, like, going, like, that's it. Do more.
Right, there was nothing else that came out of this. And then the following night at Royal Rumble, all they did was just show a highlight for it. Tuned in for Raw.
Yeah, basically. Whatever.
Next, the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Women's Championship. The champion Asuka versus the anti-Paige Nikki Cross versus the Friends with Benefits Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Oh my god, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay are not good in the ring. I'm sorry.
I kind of like how you don't like them at all.
I hate them. I disdain them. I cannot stand them.
Yeah, there's something missing there.
Talent?
I don't know. It was just kind of lame.
Yeah, it was. The only good spots were when Cross and Asuka were in the ring together. That was the only fun parts. Royce and Kay, they just hold hands the entire time.
Yeah, that's why I don't get it. Why it was a fatal 4-way.
Yeah, they've done it before with partners being in the fatal 4-way, but this was just like they couldn't do grapples or big moves because they wouldn't let each other go.
Yeah, it was really bleh. Like, yeah, they kept trying to, like, work together, and I'm like, this is not a fatal 4-way. This is basically, like, a tag match.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nikki Cross was there.
Friends with Benefits, they end up putting Nikki Cross through a table, but the table was stupid because it was just set up next to the commentator's table, as if the only purpose of it was for this match.
I am the table.
They end up going back in and taking on Asuka, but it doesn't do anything because Asuka just kills both of them, and then she wins. Asuka retains. She's now the longest reigning single title holder in NXT history. So congratulations. Who's next for Asuka?
No one.
No one. All right.
I see her just being like, I'm done. Call me up. None of these people are worth my time anymore.
It's almost to the point that they need to start bringing someone from the Raw or SmackDown down. Like, she should just start calling out, like, Becky Lynch or Dana Brooke or something like that.
You can't have Ember Moon fight her yet. Like, you can't.
No, she's not ready. And watching her with Billie Kay or Peyton Royce, it's not good because they're just not ready yet.
No, they aren't.
Who's that other one? That Alia or whatever her name is? The one that looks like a Bratz doll?
Oh, yeah. She sucks.
Yeah.
But apparently there's, like, an internet following on her that, like, people love her.
Internet following or Instagram followers?
I don't know what it is, but, like, for some reason, like, people are like, yeah, we like her. Like, what?
All right. Fine. Pete, you ready for the main event? The NXT champion Shinsuke Nakamura versus the glorious Bobby Roode. I think this match had more taunts than it did grapples.
Yeah. It was one, like I said, the billing to it wasn't the greatest. There was a lull in there, but the match overall was fine.
It just started with this huge taunt off. That's all it was.
I just didn't get into it. Like, I couldn't really get into this match being like the main event. Like, Shinsuke versus Joe, there was a history.
Right.
Like, they just kept going. But Glorious and Shinsuke were like, nah, whatever.
Yeah, even at the NXT episodes, they would have them in the ring together, but they didn't do anything like make a tag team match and put them both in the ring together. They were just two strangers just meeting in the ring.
That's what I got.
So, yeah, no real big build here. The match just, there wasn't too much to it. And maybe these taunts would have worked if you're right. There was some kind of backstory and you could see how much they hated each other, but that wasn't the fact here. The whole point of it was Glorious won. He's just like, I'm just going to take the title tonight. That's it.
Yeah, and he did, and it was awesome, but I was just kind of like, that's it already? Like, when's Nakamura going to be called up now?
Well, the whole thing now is they're doing this whole thing about his leg injury. So who's like number one contender for Rude even?
I don't know.
Asuka?
Maybe. They just write themselves in a corner.
Well, speaking of which, we actually had a listener question this week. From the Wrestling Amino app, we have Casual Killer RR asked, now that Triple H himself has stated that he's not happy with the directions of NXT and where it's heading right now, are we happy about that statement?
He pillaged it himself. This
Yeah.
is on them. He just got rid of too much talent too quick.
I think legitimately Triple H was having a lot of fun with his toys, and Vince was like, hey, I want that one. I want that one too. I want all of these.
Yeah, it's been pretty hilarious. Like, I stare at it and I just go, there's nobody here. And
Right.
then so if Bobby Roode doesn't show up, there's really nobody to watch then.
Right.
Like Roderick Strong, I'm sorry, I don't care.
He just feels like another, like, cruiserweight.
Yeah, Blanderick Strong. Like, there's no cool rivalries right now.
But even when they build up and let's say they get some of these wrestlers going, they're going to have to face this problem again. They have to figure out that this is going to be the life cycle of NXT. Sooner or later, you're going to get so many people going to the main roster, and you're going to have to keep pillaging and thinking up new ways to keep the NXT brand exciting. And for Triple H to feel like he's happy with where the Performance Center is now and how many people they have at the Performance Center, you're not seeing any of them moving to NXT. So I think I don't know what the speed is between people coming from the Performance Center anew, getting able to get the TV time on NXT versus those people graduating to the main event roster.
Yep, that's basically the way I look at it.
Right. Well, hey, thanks for the question. If you want to, hit us up on any social media site. You can find us anywhere. Let us know of anything that's current, any questions that you have, and we'll give you a shout out and read them here.
Woo! Dude, we get questions. It's great now. We're blowing up.
They're not significant others.
Ah.
So what do you want to grade NXT San Antonio?
Oh, you know I'm an NXT mark, but I'm giving it a C.
I'm giving it a C-. The whole thing just...
Yeah, I was just kind of like, whatever. Sorry, there just wasn't anything really cool.
Dud of the night, Pete.
Oh, God. The friends with benefits.
Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
You gotta put them together.
Yep.
This is where the women's division's at right now.
These two right here just sum up where they are. Because they're down to like 5 wrestlers down there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Stud of the night. I'm going to go with Corey Graves. I'm going to give it to him tonight because last time calling it, and he still did really good. Whoever the guy is he calls Watson, it's hysterical. I'm going to miss that the most.
Yeah, I mean, I do have to give it to Corey Graves as well. I have that written down. He was great. Goodbye, Corey Graves. We get to see you get overshadowed by Michael Cole now. God,
Right.
It's stupid.
There's so much unknown about where NXT is going right now after this big purge. They just haven't been able to recover since last year's big draft.
No, they have not. This is weird. It's just weird.
It's just weird.
It is
Exactly
just
it.
weird.
All right, man. Well, that is the Full Nelson Press Podcast, episode 53, the NXT TakeOver San Antonio 2017 event. Anything else you want to add?
I do not.
All right. Suck a butt.
Yeah, bet.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and like this video.
Leave us a comment. We might even read it on our next show.
And I'll try not to berate you, but no promises.
If you're listening to this on iTunes, please subscribe and leave us a review. You have no idea how much that helps.
I guess Stitchers has a thumbs up button now, so that's a thing.
You can find us on Facebook, Wrestling Amino, Tumblr.
Or just search for the Full Nelson Press on any social media site.
You can also go to thefullnelsonpress.com for all of our past episodes and original WWE art created by yours truly.
Go watch some wrestling.